Story 1. The Man in the Driveway, 028. Sound cue. Rain hitting windows, distant thunder. It was a cold October night in 2018. Rachel had just finished cleaning the kitchen when she noticed something strange. Her motion-activated porch light flicked on. At first, she thought it was just a stray cat, but when she peeked through the blinds, her blood froze. A tall man was standing completely still at the end of her driveway, just staring at her front door. She stepped back, her heart pounding, telling herself not to panic. But every time she peeked again, he was a little closer. First the driveway, then the walkway, then the front steps. She called 911, whispering into the phone. The operator told her to stay hidden, but then she heard it. Slow, deliberate knocks on the door. When the police arrived minutes later, the man was gone, but they found wet boot prints leading all the way around her house and into the woods behind it. Story 2. The Scratching at the Window, 212. Sound cue, faint scratching, wind howling. In 2020, Mark was home alone in his second-floor apartment, scrolling on his phone late at night. That's when he heard a faint, rhythmic scratching at his bedroom window. He laughed it off at first. He was on the second floor, after all. But curiosity got the better of him. When he pulled the curtain back, a man's pale face was pressed against the glass, grinning. Mark jumped back, heart racing. Whoever it was, they had somehow climbed up onto the balcony. Before he could react, the man started tapping the glass with something sharp, a knife. Mark bolted from the room, locked himself in the bathroom, and called the police. By the time officers arrived, the balcony was empty. Later, they found muddy footprints on the railing and drag marks down the side of the building, like the man had climbed back into the darkness. Story 3. The Footsteps in the Snow, 342. Sound cue, crunching snow, faint breathing. In the winter of 2015, Emily lived in a small cabin in rural Maine. One night, a snowstorm hit, trapping her inside. She was curled up with a book when she heard it. Footsteps, slow and heavy, circling her cabin. At first, she thought maybe it was a deer, but when she looked outside, she saw fresh footprints. Human footprints, leading from the road all the way around her house, again and again. She turned off every light and crouched by the fireplace, trying not to breathe. The footsteps stopped. Then came a faint voice right outside her front door. "I know you're in there." Emily didn't move until sunrise. When she finally looked outside, the footprints led back to the road. But there was something else. Next to the door, pressed into the snow, was a single handprint, larger than any she'd ever seen.